and welcome back to my channel. Just as we wrap up this year, I thought I will take you on a little trip to Lille in France. We went just before Christmas. A group of four of us friends decided to take a long weekend trip to Lille because we had never been, and we heard that they had really good kind of Christmas market. So we took the ferry. It started very promising with the sunshine, and as we were approaching Lille, the rain started, but we were all so excited to be visiting Lille and to have a really nice girly weekend that we didn't mind the rain. But we arrived in Calais, and then we had a short little drive to Lille, just over an hour. And we arrived to this magical little town, which was dressed up so beautifully, lights everywhere, just it was so festive, absolutely stunning. And quickly after checking into our hotel, we went out for a nice little walk into town to take in all this beautiful Christmassy feel. And from there, we got our very first drink, some lovely wine, French wine, and it was quite nice to actually sit, have a little catch up, and watch the world go by. And then we had a really nice walk, and half an hour walk to a restaurant which actually was suggested by me to me by some people on Instagram. So there are very many positive things about Instagram. So we've arrived in Saisons, which means seasons, and this restaurant not only had an incredible range of wine. We did a wine tasting menu as well with our food, but they have a fixed menu and they change their menu kind of every week according to the seasons and what's available. They try and use everything that is grown locally or within a few miles radius. We started with a really nice drink, and also these leek kind of gyozas were absolutely delicious, which was followed by this pumpkin gnocchi and puree, and it was just incredible. Everything was so simple but flavorful, and they paired their wines so beautifully. The staff was lovely. This was my main, which was fish with this incredible sauce, and Jerusalem artichokes. The wine was amazing. Like I said, all these wines were French wines, obviously, being the restaurant that it was. The food was prepared incredibly beautifully, and then came these little sweet choux buns filled with cream, which actually was not our main dessert. And I'm going to let you hear what the waiter told us about the main dessert.
Mushroom cake, mushroom ice cream, and on the top you'll find oyster mushroom pickles.
Wow. Is it going to send us a bit crazy?
Yeah. The wine is going to be a bit crazy.
Gosh, yeah. Wine will to match this. Mushroom was wow.
It's from Alsace.
Oh, nice.
It's called Origin, and it's 100% Gewürztraminer. It's orange
Orange
wine.
wine. Very nice.
And here is some pickles of mustard seeds.
lovely.
Mustard seeds. Well, enjoy.
After an incredible dinner, next morning when we went out to look for breakfast, actually our hotel staff suggested that we try this cafe, and no surprise because there was a queue to get in. They kind of had almost everything from cheesecakes to bakes to incredible French pastries, plus fresh bread coming out of the kitchens, and it was selling as quickly as it was coming out. So no surprise that the hotel staff recommended this place. It had a great amazing range of pastries, but I wanted to try something that I'd not had before. So I went for a pistachio chocolate tart with crumble topping, and it was absolutely delicious, though very slightly dry. I found that it was very slightly dry, but the brioche was incredible. And after our lovely little breakfast, we went for a walk into lots of beautiful shops. There were so many incredible bakeries. Seriously, I might have to just go back one day just to try more bakes, if nothing else. It just was incredible. This particular bakery, the range of breads they had on offer was, yeah, amazing. I did buy some walnut bread for home, which I ate once I got back to England. Just walking around and looking at these amazing, beautiful little shops. The rain did not stop us from our little walk around into town. With all the non-stop rain, we did take a little lunch break, and we thought that we might sit in this cafe for an hour, eat something, but ended up sitting here for hours because it was so cozy and lovely, and the food was definitely not French, but it was still delicious. And we finally made out of the cafe at one point so that we can go around to have a look at the Christmas market, which was one of the main reasons for coming to Lille. And it was really sweet. It was so busy, it was packed, and it just felt so lovely and festive with stalls all around, great food. And what I loved was that the town was completely decorated, and every single street had Christmas lights on. So festive. When we stopped for some drinks in a bar just before dinner, we had not booked anywhere to go for dinner, and he suggested, the guy behind the bar suggested, that we try this Thai place. So we did. We went in. It was packed, and we went in with low expectations because obviously having Thai food in France. But it actually was really good. It was amazing. And being to Thailand only last month, this red chicken curry was actually quite delicious. And these guys suggested a place for our next morning's breakfast, which actually was a Sunday. So we were told that we had to go in early, otherwise we'd be waiting in long queues. And we're so glad that we went in early because they were busy. They were very, very busy. The coffee was great. The breakfast was incredible. We had some halloumi on toast and some eggs and mushrooms and a really nice breakfast bowl as well. This was our last little walk around Lille before we had to drive back. But we thought we will look around and find some other pastry shops that might be open on a Sunday. So, being Sunday, not many bakeries were open, but I found this queue outside this pastry shop, so I had to check in. And this was a shop famous for merveilleuse, which are really light meringue cakes. And because once you put cream on meringue, they don't last very long, so they were piping it and sandwiching it fresh there and then. And it just was incredible to watch them kind of rush and make these fresh cakes. There was a queue for a reason. They were selling out like hotcakes, so I got a few for my kids to try. And then we stumbled upon this square, which was like a weekend market selling all sorts from plants to fruit and veg. And lots of cheese and even wine, actually. I just wanted to buy a whole lot of vegetables, but I didn't. And this rotisserie chicken with potatoes. Oh, I wish I was there for longer so I could buy one of those and try them. But we just walked around and looked around, which was really quite incredible. After a drive-in ferry, we were back home and I could finally cut into these little cakes, which were incredible. The best bakes I ate all weekend. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you back with the recipe tomorrow.